So it seemed to be a classic bait and switch. But even with that, the bigger issue was not the annexation, it was the money that was attached to the annexation. And the way it was attached. It was attached to electricity, which is the primary mode for this industry to make their money, to create their product.
Dan Chepkoskis, the government affairs officer for Polaris, says they are trying to understand why the city of Muskogee has made a decision that could put a dent in their finances. Polaris came to Muskogee in February of 2024 with a $100 million investment doing things like data mining and crypto. Dan says annexation would add a 3% additional fee on electricity that could cost the company up to $5 million a year.
And why the big rush to make this happen when you're not considering all of the unintended consequences that you could literally drive a company out of business, certainly at a minimum stop their expansion because they can't afford it. And in a time when we're trying to expand and bring jobs into Oklahoma, that's the very last thing that we need to do.
Kimber Scott with the Port of Muskogee spoke at Monday night City Council meeting. She says annexation has always been a part of the plan for the industrial park, and Polaris knew that going in.
It's been a plan since 2012, 2013. It's not something that we dreamed up when all of a sudden we said, oh my gosh, Polaris is coming. They're going to be using 400 megawatts. We need to annex them into the city.
Several employees also spoke to city councilors like Jonathan DeMario, who's worried about what annexation means for the future of Polaris in Muskogee.
It's a weight that could jeopardize everything Polaris has built here. We're talking about 80 and in the future possibly 200 high-paying, stable jobs, many of which will support families like mine.
I reached out to the city of Muskogee about the decision to annex. They emailed me a statement saying in part, quote, "This annexation ensures fairness, both for residents and existing employers. Companies benefiting from local infrastructure should contribute to sustaining the demands their operations require for water and electricity. The city of Muskogee remains committed to working with Polaris and all employers to support balanced, long-term growth built on fairness and shared responsibility." Covering news that matters, Paris Rain, Fox 23 News.